Okay, hi everybody, it's Jane Johnston with the Bar Hill Group at Remax Camosun and host of Vancouver Island Time. I'm here with
Laurel Dietz, and I'm a lawyer at Alinea Legal Coaching. We're a family law firm in Victoria and Duncan, British Columbia, but we're all working from home right now. This is me in my home office.
This is me in my home office. So tell me how things are looking on your end with the legal profession right now, especially with regard to family
Matters. Yeah, it's really interesting. So from my business's perspective, like this doesn't interrupt our operations too much. We've always been set up to operate remotely. So the one thing that I've invested in is a sort of a Zoom subscription, and now we can hold all our in-person meetings remotely. We always wanted to do more remote work to have more flexibility. So at any rate, we're fully operational. The rest of the legal profession is, every firm will be a bit different. The courthouses are closing down, and they're madly trying to figure out what they're going to be doing.
Say again.
The court are limiting what you can take to court. So I shouldn't say they're closing down, because there's always access to the court, but right now only emergency and urgent applications are able to go ahead. And you're being strongly discouraged from showing up at the courthouse for anything, for family matters especially. Anything that's been scheduled in the next month or two has all been adjourned. And if any of those things were urgent, you need to apply before March 27th to have the matter heard, and a judge will hear the application by telephone or fax. So, I mean, if you are in that situation, it's best to sort of check with your lawyer or check the court website or contact a lawyer to find out what exactly you should be doing and what the timelines are. They've been changing quite frequently. Anyway, it's all very scary stuff as far as the court is concerned, but there's a lot of legal stuff that you can do outside of the courthouse. So,
I was just thinking, can they arbitrate?
I suppose they could, if they can find an arbitrator who will do distance arbitrations. I don't do many arbitrations myself. I do sort of negotiation, mediation. I've been in contact with some local mediators, and they're all offering their services remotely. So it's still possible to do your mediation. There are free online mediation resources. So you don't have to be in the same room. You can still do your social distancing. Mm-hmm. There are ways to still get business done. Question is, I think, what you could. And that might be what's on people's mind. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about, Jane. How is it in the real estate market? How is it selling your house right now or buying a new house? Is that even possible?
So we've been talking a lot amongst ourselves as realtors. I found different realtors are calling me. I'm calling other realtors just to sort of see what's happening. As usual, at the lower end, which is not very low, for single family homes in the core, anything under 800,000 is still moving. I can actually pull up a statistic. So I don't know if you can see. Wait a minute, let me share my screen. So in the last 3 days, 58 deals or transactions have gone pending. We've had 83 new transactions. So that is since Friday.
So since Friday, people are still buying, still selling.
Yeah. I mean, that's low compared to normal, but it's saying to me, that's pretty fast. And then if I click on there and I'm looking at what's going on, I can see list to sale. So this is everything that's gone pending in the past few days. Cancel.
Yeah.
So of the 58, a lot are condos, which is interesting to me. And so that's entry level condos, and then up, as I said, it's being fast. Some of these are going multiple offers. So you can see 775, 767, 779,
Okay.
792. So that says to me
Okay.
that some of these are multiple offers.
So,
Wow.
so you said, so with the entry level condo, that was interesting to you that they were getting a lot of sales there. Why is that?
It just says to me that people are buying and selling, and that's a healthy level to have. Okay, what's going to happen with the market is lower level houses, as long as they keep selling, then they
Mm-hmm.
fuel people to move up. And then
Mm-hmm.
homes in the core keep selling, and they fuel homes going out geographically.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that's good news to me. Yeah, we could
So,
do an update every week if you want to see what's happening. Happy to do that.
yeah, I think that would be interesting. What I'm wondering about as well is, are these, and maybe I should be answering this. I'm not a real estate lawyer or a conveyancer, but are the actual legal paperwork or transactions being able to be completed? I had just talked to a notary, and she was saying that the getting the information that you need to complete a transaction is taking a long time. Getting information from the banks and getting information from municipalities. Have you heard anything about that?
Um, Not so far. I've heard, so some people are a bit afraid of layoffs right now and how they're
Mm-hmm.
going to impact how they're going to finance their transaction. So I've had one call from a buyer's agent about one of our listings that they have an offer on. And if they complete before the person gets laid off, they're going to be okay because they have the money in reserve. If
Mm-hmm.
they get the layoff notice, then we're going to see some transactions fall apart. And so what that means is the buyer will lose their deposit, and we will then relist the property. And if we can get the same price, there's no problem. If we get less, there may be damages from the seller towards the buyer charged. So that's the negative. However, I am finding that most people have been really well qualified, my clients anyway, before they've offered on properties. So I'm thinking that none of my closings are actually going to be affected, really.
Yeah.
But
And
that's,
just the actual physical ability to do the proper paperwork. Have you heard any like difficulty with that yet?
on a legal, like as a lawyer, no, I haven't heard that. Everything seems to be going smoothly. I think what's
Okay.
going to happen is they might move towards virtual signing like we do. So
Yeah.
for us, we do virtual signing. And today, because I have a client writing an offer on a property, and it's an unusual property with requirements for well testing and septic and home inspection, I am writing all of those in, but I called all the inspectors before I wrote the offer just to see the timeline and to see if they are still operating, and they are. So
Okay.
it's kind of like slow mo.
Yeah, things are slow, but they're still going.
But they're still going. And what lawyers have told me, with whom I've had conversations with, they know the closings are happening, so they're preparing ahead of time. They are telling me things are taking a little longer to get done in the office because they're operating with the skeleton staff, but
Yeah.
they are completing, and they're told
Okay.
me they're still open for business. So
All right. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that in the coming weeks, I think, because that then affects sort of where I'm at with advising my clients. Okay, what do we do with the family home? Do we try and sell it, or do we postpone a sale of the family house? And I guess depending on what the market's doing, they might want to wait until it rebounds. But it doesn't look like there's been too much of a dip just yet. If you're seeing some sales where they're still selling for higher than asking.
yeah, and what I can do actually is just keep track of that for you. And next time we meet, we'll see. It depends. What I said is it depends on the location. So if you're in the
Mm-hmm.
core right now and you're priced reasonably, you're still going to sell, because
Yeah.
people who have money still have money.
Yeah. Well, that's positive.
Well, it's true.
Whatever else is going on.
Yeah, I think there's opportunity there for people who have money if they want to become B lenders. There's opportunity there because I think the banks may not finance some stuff, and so there'll be a requirement for B lenders. So there you go.
Wow, the the fast facts from Jane Johnston.
Yeah, if you want more information, okay, so let's connect in a week and see how things are going.
That sounds good. Yeah, let's be sure to stay on top of this, and that will help. I think calm some people's nerves out there if they're going through a divorce or separation, knowing that they can still know where they're at with moving forward with division of assets.
And I think right now they're probably just more price sensitive. You have to be right on the money, and so you need to just look that you can't ask this and expect this. You should be listing right at market value if you want it to sell.
That's a good tip. So then making sure you do your research before you're listing and making sure you have the right price.
Yeah, and if people want a market analysis, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, take care.
So, thank you. You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.